All right, we're live. We're happening.
Yesterday was strange, like how I couldn't hear you guys or anything like
Oh
that.
yeah. That was strange, man.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that happened. All right.
Really messed up my day.
Say it again.
How's it going, buddy? I said it really messed up my day. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, I'm sorry I messed up your day. Today is good. It's in the city. It was raining. We're making it work. I have a story with only partial parts to tell you about pot bugs. I'll say bugs. I don't think maggots, but something. We'll bring it up in a little bit. We'll see if it's interesting. So we'll get there. Okay.
Huh. Interesting.
Could be. Maybe gross. My wife called me, said this is happening in our apartment right now. What do I do? So
What did you guys do?
we'll get to it. I will, you know what? We'll talk all about bugs. We'll talk all about what they may have been. I don't know, but we may have been invaded by bugs this morning, and my wife had to take care of it, and I was in the middle of a session. It was very scary.
Sounds bad.
Hey, what's going on?
Is it raining there too, Blaze? Is this garage, Blaze?
Raining, it's pouring. Yep.
Gotcha.
It's raining here too. It's raining all over the place. I'm gonna blame the aliens again. I'm like so into this alien thing at the moment. Is it aliens? What do we think?
I always think it's military testing, but is it alien technology is the question.
Someone I think recently said that it is the military looking for something, but they don't want to tell us what they're looking for.
Interesting.
I don't know. Well, number one, I put a background on our video.
Nice.
We noticed. I hope we all are okay with that. I like it. I know Jason was just on before. If he wants to come back, Jason, come back. That'd be great. What's happening here? What's happening, guys? Did you guys read this morning? Did you guys listen this morning? How are we feeling?
I'm just trying to be present, Ryan.
Me too.
Do you think is there enough pleasure in being present?
I think that the potential for pleasure is huge, but you need to make sure that you're adapting to that mindset.
Present.
Jason's here. How do we adapt that mindset? What do we do?
I'm going to share this out.
Go for it. Go share it. All right. Pleasure in the present, guys. Who's a fan of Theodore Roosevelt?
Me.
Definitely one of my top two favorite presidents.
Oh, excellent. Who's the other one?
I don't really know.
Okay.
I just figure if I were to think about it more, maybe there was another one.
He's probably my favorite overall. And then when I say that, I get nervous because I'm like, am I missing something? Like, was he incredibly racist? Did he have like all of the slaves? Like, I don't know.
I think slaves. This was like 1940s.
I don't know. He was like out west doing stuff. I don't know. There's things that these people end up having. I'm just not sure sometimes.
I would say favorite because when I think of an involved president that really had an effect on the country, I would say Teddy Roosevelt, mostly because of national parks. He looked like, I mean, he always just looked like he was exploring, and my image of him is not necessarily any pictures of him in office. It's always like him dressed like Indiana Jones, standing on some cliff, exploring something.
Yeah.
Kind of how I'd like the next half of my life to go. Whenever that happens, I don't know what's left to explore, but
we'll talk about exploring. I mean, that is what Theodore Roosevelt did a bunch. You're right. He's He's the man. He's the man behind our national park system and all that kind of stuff here. But this is the story. Can I share this with you? Can I share this story with you?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to think about this day. Now, I don't hunt. Do any of you hunt? Jason has a bow and arrow.
I have a bow that I would love to learn how to hunt. I have no idea how to start hunting.
I did not ask you to elaborate. I just wanted to know yes or no.
I'm trying to be present and explain myself here.
I got it. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Like, I have friends who do hunt, and like my question is like, how do you start hunting? Like, do you just walk out into the land and shoot, or like I know you have to have a permit and like a place to go. And I like the idea of bow hunting because it just kind of seems a bit more involved. Like, you have to be really careful. I guess I'm assuming, like, when I shoot at a target that's not living, I'm, adjusting my shot, and I might miss. I don't normally miss, though. I'm actually a decent shot on something that's not moving.
All right.
But yes, I would love to transfer that to something that I can feed my family with.
I think hunting could be good. But I think with Theodore Roosevelt, he was someone who liked this too. Whether it was bow hunting, maybe he was using a gun, right? But Theodore Roosevelt, he liked tracking animals. Then he would find this animal, and then he would end the animal's life, probably to maybe mount its head, eat some food, survive on the land, whatever's going on. But his point that he wanted to make was that it was always more enjoyable. Like, the hunt was more enjoyable, right? The end goal, killing, eating, that being done with it. I think that was what he didn't really love as much, right? So it was the experience and wanting to make sure that he was just out in the wilderness, in the woods, just kind of, taking it all in. But once it's done, there's not much more. And it's the same thing with parenting. What do we think? Good tie? Did we do good?
So we're hunting our children?
Damn it! We missed the point!
I'm always like trying to hunt these kids and like get them in bed. It's like, where did you go? You were like, I'm not annoying me, but you were craving my attention. I'm like, let's do it. Let's go get in bed and we can read stories and play the Panda app, and then they're gone.
What's the Panda app?
I don't know. It's like called like Lingo Kids or something. It helps with like reading and math.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to call it a bedtime hunt from now on. I'm going to say it's bedtime. You can stay up, but if I find you, then it's time for bed. That, because you kind of, it's like they're still probably laying down.
We'll bag you, tie you up, and throw you in bed.
Talking about binding people, I bought my kids toy handcuffs from the grocery store yesterday. Has anybody done that?
Handcuffs? No, but I do remember like the plastic ones that we used to get as kids.
Yeah, that's what I got them. Not like police handcuffs.
Not real handcuffs?
Well, I mean they are handcuffs. They're just toy handcuffs.
I figured your household was taking a turn after that broken TV. The next thing, you're getting chained to the radiator.
That's not your Christmas tradition, recreating the movie Saw every Christmas. That was dark.
No, let's dive into that. What's your favorite trap?
Being a nurse, I think in Saw 2, there was a pit of syringes that someone got thrown into. Ooh. And that was just like, oh, we're going dark now. That was the darkest and most painful one that I thought of.
The one I didn't even watch the movie. Like I saw the first Saw because I didn't really know what it was. How many Saw? There's like 7 Saws, right? It's kind of like Home Alone's.
I don't know. Like then they did an intro, and then isn't there like Saw shorts now? Or I don't know.
Probably the one that like gave me the biggest shivers is the one where like you had to like force your. I didn't even watch it. I read about it. I read it somewhere because it's like there's certain like horror things that I just have no interest in like living through, and like all 7 Saws is not that. But the one that I think I might have saw pictures of it maybe somewhere, but it was the one where like they had to force their head through this matrix of knives to hit a button with their head to release them.
Oh man.
I'll just let you think about it. I don't even feel like describing it anymore. But
Well,
that's
if anyone's just tuning in, this is all about parenting.
oh, there was the
this
bloody
is a
angel
parenting show?
where it would just peel your chest open like, and then it would just be like an angel wings. I think I saw that one. Oh, and then there's also the one with the chest crusher, and
Now
then
that
just like a plastic
Since we're-
mask and cut all your guts.
since we're on the topics of movies,
I could
my
go on.
son is on the couch right now watching Grinch, the animated one from I think 2016. Does anybody have a favorite Grinch movie?
Hard pivot. Yeah. I do. I think my favorite Grinch one is still. It has to be with Jim Carrey. It's the non-animated one. Don't do that. Don't judge me. Just tell me yours and then move on.
I just told you mine. It was like the animated one, but
No, you said your son was watching it. You didn't say it was your favorite.
okay.
You have a favorite?
Anyways, what about being present?
Oh, are we all done with Christmas shopping?
Ish.
Ish.
I saw that you were.
You saw that I was.
It was just a saw pun. It just never mind.
I'm there with you. Got it. Okay. Gratitude. Can we go towards gratitude to kind of get this back on track somewhat?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to, again, I'm always trying to tie my gratitude into what we're talking about today. And so I think it was about being present. And I think I wanted to come back to the little things, right? So I was thinking about 3 things. 1, spontaneous hugs. I think just, these little like, hey, we're in the moment. When my kids give me a hug, I'm like, that's it. I can't think of anything else. I'm here in the moment, right? I think when my kids make me laugh, I think that's also the other thing that I'm grateful for. I think that kind of brings me to the moment. It's like, this is a funny moment. I don't want to leave this. And I think the other thing is sitting with my kids during breakfast. Those are the moments that I think bring me back to kind of grounding for a moment. And those are what I'm grateful for. I think that just helps me realize, don't rush this. So that's what I'm grateful for.
How do you find pleasure in the present, though, when you're trying to rush your kids out the door and get to your thing in the morning?
How do I find pleasure in that?
Yeah.
I find pleasure in knowing that maybe we'll be on a therapist's couch in a couple of years after that. And, it's just a bonding moment, where we're able to rush, connect, we're just creating fodder for the next couple conversations with our therapist together.
My gratitude.
I will say, as far as the present goes, I enjoyed this reading. I even wrote notes on this page. I haven't written notes on page in a few weeks. I am constantly trying to get better at planning, like beyond the day or the week. Most of my planning points go towards school. But I read a book a long time ago. It was called Moving Towards Stillness. And it's kind of all about like enjoying the present where you're at and not being concerned with everything else that's going on. I think to enjoy the stillness, I think there's an element of planning that has to happen. Like on a small on a small scale, it's like planning meals for the week and taking the load off for your future self so you can enjoy whatever it is you'll be doing in that moment, that you can that you can appreciate a bit better, because stillness is fleeting. It comes and it goes, and I think it's important, if you want to get to that viewpoint, to have things set so you don't have to constantly be thinking of the next move. What else did I write? That might be scheduling your time. It might be planning for the week in some respect. I'm hoping to get better at planning for like the next month, or planning for the summer, instead of waiting till like mid-May to start trying to book things. Those are things that in the past I've always feel like I kind of felt like I was failing at, that I'd like to get better at.
Did you publish the Moving Towards Stillness book?
Yes, available on Amazon.
I'm gonna check it out.
No, I'm just kidding. Did I publish it? No. It's got a blue cover.
You got
I
me
think
excited. I'm gonna go get it.
I think it's more based in like martial arts and stuff.
Oh,
But it's not like a karate book. It's more like just the method of thinking.
is it Ryan Holiday that wrote "Stillness is the Key"? I love that book.
I never heard of it, but I'll check it out.
Dom knows it.
I do. I like that book too.
That book got me like longer walks, even though I haven't been doing walks. But good reminder.
Yeah. I think that book was probably a key, what do you want to call it? Preface to like this writing, or like why, some of these types of writings, today's readings come into place, is because Ryan does put a huge emphasis on staying in the present, finding stillness, like in anything that you can. Like, I think we've talked a little bit about like my meditation efforts and stuff like that. But like, the thing is like, you can find meditation in almost anything. Like, you can find it in walking, running, reading, sitting, watching your children, like just being present. And it's about just kind of like letting yourself be in that moment, and, pushing all the thoughts, the like anxious thoughts about like what I have to do today, or what went wrong yesterday, or how are my kids going to survive in this crazy world, like pushing that all out of your mind, and just like enjoying like the beautiful fact that you're, for me it was yesterday, being able to come home early. I actually beat all the kids home from school, so I was able to get out early enough, get home, open the garage for them. I got all the surprise looks, dad's home, running hugs, all that stuff. That was a beautiful present moment for myself. And then since we've been having some rough weekends or busy weekends, I was like, Amy, let's go get the tree. So we finally went and got the Christmas tree and got that all set up. So it was a good day yesterday. So that's where my gratitude was.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I always love Dom's gratitude. I feel like I like the difference between him being away and then when he's at home. I feel like he is. I think with it being such a drastic difference between each day. What's up, Sagi? Thanks for stopping in. I think that there's a lot of perspective in terms of like getting Dom's thoughts. Like, Dom sent us a video of his house recently, and seeing it and then taking joy and taking care of it. And I thought it was incredibly helpful to be like, oh yeah, like that's something like I'm going to appreciate today. So I want to say thank you. I also think Sagi needs to write a short novel about what happened yesterday.
I think Sagi's done writing short novels about yesterday.
It's okay. It was an intense day. But I think that is, thank you so much for sharing that, Dom. I think it's always really helpful. I like to think if I was away for a few days and I came back to my family, what are the things I'm not seeing? I think when we see it day to day, I think we don't take advantage of it enough. And so, Dom, your experiences and what you shared, I think helps me stay in the moment more. So, thank you so much.
For me, I think it's looking at some of these stressful moments from a different perspective. Like last night, like Brody, I'm tired because I have to wake up every 3 hours and give him medicine for the first 4 days.
Oh, wow, yeah.
He's exhausted. And last night I was trying to get him to go back to bed, but we got this like little $10 light bright from Target, and I never thought like I'd be fighting with a 3-year-old to go to bed because he had to put away his light bright. And he's like, no, I want to play with the light bright. And I'm like, okay, 5 more minutes. And I'm like, no. And then I told him I had to charge it. He's like, no, you don't have to charge it. And he figured it out. And then I was like, we can go get cake pops at Starbucks tomorrow. And he's like, but can I bring the light bright? And so just appreciating that moment, because he's not going to want to fight with me in a light bright in 5 years. So
light bright, I feel like it's been around for so long. How is it still here?
Well, because the older light brights were the size of your microwave, and now they have them the size of your fist. And so they're like mobile now. And it's just a fun thing for like especially sensory kids to carry around and create. Sponsored by Light Bright.
You know what? I would love to be sponsored by Light Bright. I saw one recently that looked like it was a Pokemon one, and then there was something else, and it was like, it did not look like Light Bright. It looked like it was like a really intense. I was like, that looks like it's taking away the traditional, goal of what Light Bright was. So that's why I was thinking about it. Can I ask you guys? My mind always goes towards these actionable things. What is it that you guys do to really stay in the moment? Help me stay in the moment. Help me not look for the end. Help me not look for the win. Help me. How am I staying in the moment with my kids?
Put your phone in another room.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that is a good one.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's usually always like a conscious effort. It's not like I don't think, like, especially during the week, like it's not something that I feel like I just do naturally. It's like when we're doing something together, like sometimes during the week, like we're playing a game, or like maybe we're at dinner and like there's things like the kids want to play, and like maybe there's things I want to do and Kristen has things to do. I think it's more of like you had like that initial urge to wrap things up and move on, I think, is the first thought, and then immediately after that is like, no, let's hang out here for a second, because sometimes it's like we have to tell the kids to sit longer, just kind of sit at the table. Let's not rush away right now. It's not something that's just, it's not it'd be nice if it's natural. I don't normally feel like it is natural. It's more like I have to remind myself to, stay at the table 5 more minutes, or, try to have like another conversation besides just how did your day go? Or
is this where the handcuffs come in?
they could. I think they would
place.
probably help quite a bit, especially when they're running around. Because it's like, well, we'll sit down and like Hazel doesn't really eat anything that we serve. Usually she'll just look at it as we're preparing it and be like, nah, I don't like that. So then then we don't want her to not eat. So, that's preparing something else. And then we sit down. And then these kids start getting crazy and kind of running around and, just kind of being funny around the table. Even that in itself, it's like, enjoy that. Maybe they don't have to sit. Maybe we just enjoy their presence in whatever form it comes before they don't want to be there at all,
Yeah. I think it's.
Yeah,
I think what I'm
for
hearing.
me,
Oh, sorry. Go
for
ahead.
me, it's just. Sorry. You're good, bud.
Done. Go. Four people.
I was just saying, for me, it's
There's also a delay right now.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's for me. It's just fighting the urge to say no when they ask me to do something, and just like realizing that like there's always something to do, right? And like a parent's, a dad's, a business owner, worker, like there's always something to do in your life. But at the end of the day, like a lot of what this reading is about is like you're always going to have a dirty house to clean, or you're always going to have a job to perform, but like you're not always going to have your kids asking you to go play in the yard. So, you know, the fact that like when you're running around the house doing something, it seems like they only want to interrupt you when like you're either really busy doing something or when you're sitting down, but that's not the case. It's just when they think about it, or like when they see you sit down, versus they see you running around the house. So it's really just, that's the hardest thing for me, has just been fighting the urge to say no, and just say yes. I mean, really, especially if you can. I mean, if you got something on the hot stove, then no. But like on the weekend, I was just bouncing back and forth from the barbecue to like hanging out with my son, and you know, that went really well. He was happy, food got cooked, we were good. So just try to fight it, Ryan.
I definitely resonate with you. I feel like they're asking for attention at the most difficult times, but I guess they wouldn't be asking for attention unless our attention was not on them.
Yeah, or that they didn't want it. So it's good that they want your attention.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are at the top of the hour. A couple minutes late just because we had another technical difficulty, but that's okay. That's okay. It's not an issue. That's gonna be it. Watch this. We'll hit some music. Before Blaze sets us off for the day.
Oh,
I
look
would-
at that.
I found a new one.
That's awesome.
Oh, what is it?
Here, I'm going to be like
Yeah.
Blaze and Ryan right now.
Oh,
What?
that's a good one.
It's two. It's two hands, Blaze.
Well, I can't
You
hold
gotta
my.
do two hands. Give you the rock and roll lasers.
It did it! I win! And then
There
it
you
rained.
go. Oh man.
Man, we just made that so uncool for all the young kids.
Dom, can you find out more for us, please?
But that's pretty much it. I think we've seen them all. They're just the
What about the lightning strike?
yeah. Oh, the peace sign. The peace sign was the other one.
Is that
Do the
still
peace
just the
sign.
phone? Does it work on here?
Peace sign, and then double peace sign is confetti, I think.
Oh, what?
I put my phone away to be present. Now I can't do this thing. Right?
Yeah, it's a phone thing.
Mugs with coffee, hearts with gratitude.
See you
Okay,
guys.
guys.
Enjoy the rain.
See you, fellas.
Later.
Goodbye.
Stay warm.